Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if you are brand new, hi and welcome. My name is Alyssa and this is Divine Beauty Tarot. On my channel, I enjoy doing tarot pick-a-card readings like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I am so sorry for those of you who've been following me for a minute that I'm kind of been lacking on uploading my videos. I definitely needed to take some much needed time off on uploading and recording. So I'm back at it. I definitely feel re-energized, ready to go, and re-inspired to create more content for you guys. So I'm really excited for this reading today, as this is not only our October predictions video, but I'm going to be using a brand new tarot deck that I just received in the mail the other day. This is going to be the Halloween tarot deck. So I'm really excited to try this out. I figured that this was very fitting to start us off for the month of October. So we're going to dive in with that today. I also have some other fun oracle cards that I've thrown in to utilize in today's reading. Okay, so down below we have 3 piles for you guys to select from. We have pile number 1 with the clear diamond, pile number 2 with the red diamond, and pile number 3 with the yellow diamond. Okay, so if you need to, go ahead and pause the video to meditate on which pile you're feeling most drawn to. Once you have made your selection, you can go ahead and fast forward to your reading, as I will have the timestamps listed below in the description box for you guys, okay? So again, we've got pile 1, 2, and 3, and I will see you guys at your pile selection. Hi group 1, so if you guys selected the clear diamond, then this is going to be your reading. So I've gone ahead and laid out your tarot cards for you, and then we're going to go through your oracle cards soon after, okay? So we're going to start here. For you guys, you have the moon, we have the King of Imps, also known as the King of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and we have the Magician. So right off the bat, one of the things that seems to be really standing out for me, for you guys, for the month of October, is it definitely seems like you guys are really working on your manifestation here. Whatever it is that you're trying to work towards, or you're trying to envision, whether this is a personal goal, whether this is you trying to kind of level up, if you will, this is definitely something at the forefront for you guys this month. Now, I do want to point out here, we have a couple things almost, I don't want to say necessarily standing in your way, but it could be a sense of obstacles, if you will, just kind of presenting themselves to you. And if anything, these are really what's going to kind of make you stronger, or kind of appreciate once you reach that goal that much more. Okay, now let me explain what I mean by that. So here with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Moon card, these two really stand out to me in the sense that with the moon, this really deals with our shadow side, or our subconscious, okay? So the sense of what we try to kind of bury, or what we try not to necessarily deal with, is really kind of coming at the forefront here. So for some of you, you might be dealing with a sense of insecurity kind of popping up, or kind of doubting, or some self-doubt here while you were trying to achieve this goal here that you were trying to go for. With the King of Wands, this is very much somebody who is a visionary, somebody who knows what they want and kind of goes for it, somebody who's very creative, almost like an adventurer, so to speak. But when it's here with the Magician, this makes me think like this is you trying to make this into reality. It's like you've got these ideas, you've got these visions of like, okay, this is what I want to do this month. I really want to level up. I want to move up in my career, or I want to buy a house, you know, whatever it may be that you are trying to work towards. It's like that's what's at the forefront. However, there definitely seems to be some things kind of blocking you, if you will, from you reaching that goal. And it's not that it's preventing you from that. It could be just that these are just obstacles in which you're going to have to overcome in order to achieve that goal. Okay. So when I say that, that's where the moon and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here kind of comes into play. Now, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse really kind of feels like like you almost can't catch a break. When it's in the reverse, this is often kind of considered like a string of bad luck, or it just feels like, gosh, like I can't seem to rise above. Like, why is the universe against me? It's not that the universe is against you. It's just that they're putting these obstacles, these challenges, if you will, excuse me, in the way of almost just like seeing how well you're going to overcome them, or how hard are you really going to work to achieve this goal. Okay. So if anything, I feel like it's just trying to make you stronger, and really just trying to get you to dive deep into that subconscious level that you might tend to not really pay attention to, or that you might not really give much thought about. And this might be that time where you actually dive into that to kind of motivate you into turning this into a positive, okay, if that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and dive into your oracle cards. We're going to get a little bit more clarification with the situation, what you guys are trying to work towards here, okay? So the first oracle card that we have the beaver for your animal spirit, and we have the vulture. Okay, so one thing that I love about both of these, you have both of these cards here. The beaver is somebody who's very hardworking, okay? Somebody who's very determined, who, again, has a goal in mind. They go for it and they achieve that goal. So that's what really makes me think of the Magician and the King of Wands here with that. So the fact that you have this here, just like re-emphasizing that this is kind of you for this month. Like this is kind of like where your headspace is going to be at, where your drive or your motivation is going to stem from, really kind of shows that this is how hard you're going to be working towards. Now, the vulture is interesting because the vulture is considered an animal that a lot of people don't really care for, or one in which they think isn't necessary, but in actuality they are. They're very, very vital to our ecosystem, okay? They kind of do the dirty work, if you will. Like they clean up the mess that we don't, like roadkill, right? But they are essential. They are, an essential part of our environment. And that's kind of what I feel like this is really trying to tell you in this regard, like how essential you are and how essential it is for you to keep going. Okay. No matter how hard things may get, or how messy or how dirty they may become, whatever these obstacles may be with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you have the drive and the determination to keep pushing forward, okay? You have what it takes to achieve this goal. It just might take you a little bit longer than you were hoping that it would. It's not going to happen instantly. But the main message here that I'm seeing for you guys is that it's like you have to keep your eye on the prize in order for you to succeed and to see the benefits come in, okay? So let's take a look here at your next oracle card. We have New Moon in Capricorn. Look at that, you guys. Your hard work is paying off, okay? I can't make this up. Like, this is very true. So again, showing that how determined and how hardworking you are, it's going to pay off. It may not feel like it right away. It may not feel like it because, like I said, these obstacles are going to come up. You might have to deal with some parts of yourself that you never thought you would have to really address. And it might be ugly. It might not be the best thing in that moment, but it's going to be necessary to get you to where you want to be. Okay. All right. So the next oracle card that we have full moon in Taurus. So this says your dreams need a practical plan. Okay. So even though you are manifesting this month and you really are trying to work towards your goal, you also still need to be practical at what it is that you're trying to achieve. And that could be why you're facing some challenges or some obstacles here. Okay. Or why it doesn't seem as easy, if you will, for you to achieve. It just feels like, gosh, I can't catch a break. Okay. Are your dreams very practical, or like, is there just, okay, that's weird that it keeps doing that. Are your dreams pretty practical, or like, what's the deal here? Okay, so kind of keep that in mind as you're going forward this month with whatever it is that you're working towards. Keep that in the back of your mind, especially when you find that you're hitting these bumps along the way. Okay, so your next oracle card that we have Go Outside. So this says it's time to go outside. Tune in to the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Okay, so this might give you that time to just gain some clarity, okay? Especially if you feel stressed or if you just feel like just things are not really working out, you're wondering why. This might be a really good time for you guys to just go outside, find a way to recenter yourself, okay? Don't be afraid, especially when you're dealing with shadow work. It can be very emotionally draining. I know firsthand, I've dealt with some of it myself, and honestly, it really can take a toll on you. And when it does, oftentimes you have to do whatever you can to kind of get yourself back into balance. And some ways to do that can be meditation, yoga. Other ways can just be simply going outside in nature, just barefoot, regrounding yourself, recharging you is what's going to help you kind of see clearly, think clearly, and just kind of get back on track. Okay. All right. So the next card that we have is solitude. So we have, think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. Okay, so yeah, this month is just encouraging you to really kind of step into your own, you know, really don't be afraid of being by yourself or like just kind of taking, you know, a time out, if you will, just for you. Whether that means going outside, going for a walk, again, being kind of like just by yourself, meditation, all of those things is what's going to kind of help you through this month. And especially, like I said, if you are dealing with some shadow work along the way, it is going to be very beneficial for you in the long run. Okay. All right. So for your last two oracle cards, we have lighten your load. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some baggage here just from if you are dealing with your shadow work or doing some shadow work this month, that is going to be kind of letting go of what no longer serves you. Okay. Dealing with our shadow side can feel very heavy. Okay. And that's why I said, you know, it might be very important just to kind of do things to reground yourself or recenter yourself. And that's where I feel like the lighten your load card kind of comes into play. This is just reminding you, like, you don't need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Okay. Just like as the picture shows, you don't have to do that, especially if you're trying to manifest, if you're trying to go towards a goal of yours and you're feeling like, why can't I get there? Why am I stuck? It's probably because you have to let go of something that just no longer serves you. And that has to do a lot with that shadow side, that, you know, that moon card there. Okay. So next one we have is dreams. Okay. So, this makes me think of your dreams in a practical plan. Okay. So again, this is just really paying attention to your dreams. The moon card also really does dive into your intuition as well. Okay. So really kind of focus on your dreams too. If you find that you are dreaming a lot, pay attention to the messages that are coming up in those dreams. Some recommendations to kind of help with that would be to kind of keep a dream journal. You know, write down your dreams like as soon as you wake up so that way you don't forget. And if you feel like you're having the same reoccurring dream, there might be a message that your subconscious is trying to tell you. Okay, so definitely pay attention to that. I feel like this month, this is what's going to kind of help you work through these blockages and work through these obstacles that you might find yourself in this month. Okay, but like I said, you guys have what it takes to reach your goals. You have what it takes to manifest whatever it is that you guys are currently trying to bring into existence. So all it just takes is some hard work, just take some determination, you know, definitely give yourself some time, some solitude if you need it. But you guys definitely have what it takes. So group one, that was your reading. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below if this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you guys. If you like the video, please go ahead and consider giving it a thumbs up as it truly helps out the channel. I want to thank you so much for watching, and we're going to move on to group number two. Hi, group two. So if you selected the red diamond, then this is your reading. So I've gone ahead and laid out your tarot cards for you. Then we're going to go ahead and go through your oracle cards after. So for your tarot cards today, we have the Three of Pumpkins in reverse, also known as the Three of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Bats, also known as the Eight of Swords, Two of Ghosts, which is the Two of Cups, the Star, and the Five of Imps, also known as the Five of Wands. Okay, so group 2 for the month of October, what's going on with you guys? So we definitely seem like there is quite a bit going on here. The reason why I say that is because on both sides, from beginning to end, I'm definitely seeing that there's almost a sense of like competition. Like you feel like you're at odds, or not necessarily at odds, but like feel like you have to compete with others. And I feel like it's making you feel a little uncomfortable. It's a situation in which I don't think that you necessarily put yourself in on purpose. Nobody ever really tries to do that. But in this situation, primarily, it seems like this could be taking place at work. So career-wise, if you feel like you are being kind of pinned against another coworker, or you feel like you have other coworkers who are trying to outdo you, or maybe just kind of trying to act like they're better than you, whatever it may be, it's almost just like making you feel very secluded almost at this point. And I feel like for this month, that's just, obviously it's not where you want to be. It's not something that you wanted yourself to be in. This isn't who you are. You're not somebody who I think really likes to deal with conflict. Especially because like, I feel like, again, you just feel like because it's coming at you from both sides, and I say that it just based on the spread we've got here at the beginning, we've got here at the end, with the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, excuse me. This just makes me think that like from beginning to end, like this whole month, it's like no matter what you try to do, it's like you almost feel like you can't escape it. And the reason why that seems to be a huge indication here is because we've got the Eight of Swords. So with the Eight of Swords, this card literally depicts somebody who just feels stuck, like they can't escape their situation that they're in, no matter what they try to do, and they just feel like they're confined to this situation. But the one thing that is actually great about this card that comes up is that without realizing it, you actually have what it takes to escape the situation, okay? Now, I actually really like the illustration in this card in particular because if you notice, it is the Eight of Bats, and it looks like they wrapped around a person looking like a mummy, but with toilet paper. And what is toilet paper? Toilet paper is really easy to break through. Okay. And that's kind of the great thing is like you can bust out of that no problem. Okay. It's not like it's steel chains wrapped around you with a lock or anything. It's literally just trying to show you like you actually have a way to get yourself out of this situation. And you might not necessarily realize that, but if you're watching this, hopefully this will really kind of get you to be like, okay, I'm not going to get myself in this situation, or I refuse to be singled out or pinned against another person. Okay. So once you kind of realize that you are not defined or held by this situation, I think that's what's going to kind of give you a little bit more empowerment for yourself here. Okay. Now we do here have the Two of Ghosts and the Star card. Now, what I love about the Two of Cups, which is what the Two of Ghosts represents. What I love about the Two of Cups is that this is all about partnership, okay? And oftentimes this can deal with love or a love situation. So perhaps in your romantic life, things are really going well for you this month. There definitely seems to be a complementary approach here. This could also mean that even you find someone at work even that you work really well with, so that way you can kind of get away from this negativity. So again, it doesn't always have to mean 100% like a love situation. It definitely can, which is why I do want to still inform you guys of this, because this is a general reading. So again, please just take what resonates for you. But primarily, and one of the main senses that I'm getting here is I feel like the reason why, or once you're able to recognize that you can get yourself out of the situation, is you'll be able to find somebody that you can connect with, or somebody that you work better with. Okay. And oftentimes this can mean just like communication is better. So might even just help having a healthy conversation with those around you, and letting them know like, look, I'm not here to compete with you. That's not my end game here. That's not who I am. So I don't know why why we're in this situation. Okay. Now, I love the fact that we also have the star card here, because the star card is all about hopefulness. This is all about wish fulfillment. Okay. So I feel like for this month, there's definitely a lot of opportunities that are available to you guys this month. Okay. So even though possibly at the work front, it might not feel that way, because you might you almost might feel like that you're being pinned against other people, or that you're having to compete with others. In spite of that, everything else around you, I feel like, is going to be going really well for you guys. Okay. And like I said, that star card really makes me think of, endless possibilities. It makes me think of, inspiration, like you kind of just stepping in to your higher self and feeling inspired, feeling, very like self-reassured too. Okay. Like I said, if you're able to kind of connect with someone else at work that you can feel more comfortable to work with, or even if just your partner kind of motivates you, or, having that conversation with someone who can realize like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to let this define me. I'm not going to stay stuck in this situation. It's almost a sense of empowerment and, just healing, especially like I said, even though you feel like you've got all of this coming at you from everywhere, I definitely still feel like this month is going to be a very powerful month for you guys. Okay. So let's take a look at your oracle cards so we can get a little bit more clarification for you guys this month. So we're going to start here with your animal spirit oracle card. So the first one that we have is the otter. Oh, I love the otter. Otters are not only stinking cute, but one of the great things about otters is that they are very playful creatures, okay? And one of the great things about them, especially what the book dictates in there, is that they talk about how, like, this playful, optimistic energy. So I feel like this is, again, kind of like speaking more so to you. Like I said earlier, I don't feel like you're somebody who wants to be put in this situation, or who wants to feel like you're having to compete with others. That's not you. I feel like you're somebody who tries to get along with others and work well with others. That would be more you. You're not one to go seek out conflict or things like that. You're just like, I just want to do my thing and, not deal with this BS, like I'm just here to do me. So I feel like that's kind of what the animal spirit here is just trying to reiterate here in this situation, that this is really who you are as a person. Like, don't let the situation define you. You just keep moving, keep doing what you're doing. And things will kind of work themselves out on your own. Okay. Now, the next animal spirit oracle card that we have is the dragonfly. So the dragonfly is a really beautiful card, because this really kind of talks about getting into our mental clarity. Okay. Because the dragonfly represents the air element. One of the main things that really stands out with that is how we see ourselves and how we see the world around us. So when this card comes up into a reading, what it's really trying to ask you, or try to get you to understand, I guess, is what are you doing currently that is serving you? Like, is this situation helping you, or is it hurting you? It's kind of almost like getting you to ask yourself those questions. And I feel like that kind of taps in to that Eight of Swords card, as we were talking about earlier. Like, even though it might feel like you can't see a way out, or that you feel stuck, ultimately it's kind of just in your own mind. It's like you created this barrier, but in reality, there isn't a barrier. Okay. And when the dragonfly card comes up, this is really just trying to remind you of that. Like, you have, the ability to see clearly. You have the ability to see what actually is the bigger picture. And that's what this is just trying to remind you of. So regardless of how the situation may seem or may feel in the moment, try to step outside of that and really kind of see the grand scheme of things, or just see the bigger picture. And I think that will kind of help you see things a little bit more clearly. Okay. All right. So for your next oracle card, we have full moon in Gemini. So this says the answers you need are coming. Okay. So this is beautiful. So as I mentioned, if you feel stuck, you feel like you just can't really see your way out of the situation, it's coming. You're gonna see it. Okay. Like, you're not going to stay in limbo forever here. Okay. The next card that we have is full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. Yes, you are. Okay. You have to remind yourself of that. You have to believe in that, especially when you're having this sense of like either feeling like you're being pinned against other people, or you feel like other people are attacking you or whatnot. Like, you have to remind yourself, like, you are good enough. You are not defined, by their standards, So this is just a really good reminder of that. The next one that we have is the cardinal moon. Be bold and make the first move. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, some of this might actually have to take you having to talk it out with these people, have that communication, pull one person aside and be like, hey, I'm feeling this way. Maybe this is all in my head. I don't know, but it's still like this. Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm wrong, like whatever it may be. And it might just take you to have that, conversation with them to realize like maybe this was just a misunderstanding, or whatever it may be, but also to getting them to see your point of view and, just kind of stepping outside your comfort zone a little bit to have that conversation. All right. So the next oracle card that we have is Shine from Within. So let's see. This says, sorry guys, looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. Oh, I love this. So this kind of really makes me think of the You Are Good Enough card, that full moon in Virgo. So again, just kind of reminding you that you need to show the real you. You are not defined by this situation, okay? You do not have to stay confined or, try to hide behind the situation or just, just to avoid the conflict. Like, no, like, you can definitely rise above this and you can show them like, look, I'm not going to get into this or suckered in or whatever, All right. So the next card that we have is Wish Wisely. So let's see if we can get this to focus, maybe. Okay. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. Okay, so this just makes me think of the Star card, okay? Or again, reminding you that you have what it takes this month to really go towards what you want, okay? So if you want to get yourself out of the situation, you have what it takes to get yourself out of it. All you have to do is just believe in you, trust in yourself. You are the star, okay? Like, that could be why people might feel some type of way about you. That could be why people might be a little bit jealous or feel like they're trying to compete with you because they see how amazing you are, how powerful you are, and that might intimidate them. So this month is really going to be about you kind of stepping in to your own and not letting people get to you in that way, and just trusting that you are strong, you are capable. And you know what? If this is affecting other people, then this could just be their own insecurities, to be quite honest. Okay. All right. So your next oracle card we have is Friendship. Yes, so this month, revel in your friendships, okay? This could be you talking to a friend, finding someone within your close circle, confiding them, telling them like, hey, dude, this is what's going on at my work, this is what's going on in my situation or whatever. Like, why is so-and-so acting like this? Get a second opinion, talk it out. Having that comfort from your friends is going to be very supportive and helpful for you during this month. All right. Next one we have is career. Okay. So again, this month is going to be a huge focal point on your career. As I mentioned, I definitely feel like this whole situation is really going to stem from the workplace. So if this is the career of your dreams, if this is the job that you've always wanted and you're kind of feeling some type of way just because of how other people are treating you or how you're feeling, by being there, this might be a time to maybe reevaluate. Like, do I still want to be here? Is this really the job for me? And like I said, if this is, then you need to take that first step and, talk it out, like really address the situation. So then that way you're not being pushed away from something that you've worked your butt off to be at. Okay. So don't let no one push you out of that. All right. And then the last one that we have is life purpose. Yes. So this month is very much going to be you, I feel like, self-discovery. This is going to be you understanding what your life purpose is. What is your role here on this earth? What are you meant to do? Like I said, is this job for you? Is this something that you've been working for your whole life, something that you've always wanted? If so, don't be intimidated by these other people who are honestly intimidated probably by you. Okay. Like I said, there might be a part of you that's like, I don't want to have this conversation. I didn't ask to be in this situation. I totally get that. It's just that unfortunately, sometimes there is jealousy, and it can even just might be a misunderstanding too. And really, it might just take you to have that conversation with them, to get them to see your side, or you get to see their side, whatever it may be, in order to just kind of set things right. Okay. So group 2, that was your reading. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below if this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you guys. If you enjoyed the reading, please go ahead and consider giving it a thumbs up, as it truly helps out the channel. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and we're going to move on to our final group. Hi, group 3. So if you selected the yellow diamond, then this is your reading. So I've gone ahead and laid out your tarot cards, and then we're going to go ahead and go through your oracle cards after. So we have the Sun card in reverse. We have the 7 of Bats, also known as the 7 of Swords, in reverse. We have the 10 of Ghosts in reverse, also known as the 10 of Cups. And we have the 10 of Pumpkins, also known as the 10 of Pentacles, in reverse. And last but not least, we have the Hermit. Okay, so group 3. Your October is very, very interesting. We've got a lot going on here for you guys. And I'll be quite honest, when I was shuffling, I was a little nervous at first because I was just seeing all these reversals. I'm like, oh my goodness. And the fact that you guys have 2 10s in reverse, I'm like, what is really going on? But once I saw your spread laid out, I realized, okay, hold on. I see what's going on here. So let's start here at the beginning. So we have the Sun card in reverse. Now, the Sun card is never truly a negative card, not even in the reversal. When it's in the upright, it's definitely something of a new beginning. This is usually like a fresh start. It's always a very positive card. Even when it's in the reversal, it usually means the same thing. It just means that things are just a little delayed, or that things just aren't necessarily coming as quickly as you were hoping that they would. Okay. Now, in this regard, from the sense that I'm getting here, I feel like some truths are coming to the surface here this month for you. And what I mean by that is, with the 7 of Swords here in reverse, this usually talks about when it's in the upright. The 7 of Swords usually represents somebody being sneaky, somebody who's not being very honest or forthcoming, maybe with who they're trying to present themselves to be. Maybe they're withholding certain information, or, just things don't appear as they seem, kind of thing. Okay. Now, when it's in the reversal, this usually means that things are just kind of like out in the open. And it's more so just like coming clean. So this month, be prepared for either you or someone coming clean to you about something that either they've been holding on to, or that they've been maybe too embarrassed to share with you about. Whatever the reasoning may be, it's definitely going to be a truth forthcoming month, if you will. Okay. Now, this is going to cause a little bit of a shakeup here, so I definitely don't want to defer from that. The reason why I say that is because we've got the 10 of Ghosts and we've got the 10 of Pumpkins. Now, both of these here are in reversal, so and both cards do deal with family. So this could be somebody within your family, okay? This could be somebody who is very close to you, like family, or this could be a partner in which you share. Now, I know that seems very general, but the reason why I say that is because, again, this is a general reading, so I'm trying to make sure I reach as many of you or give you as many messages that are coming through as possible. So again, just take what resonates. But the main thing here is that there definitely seems to be a shakeup within the home life here that is very, very much at the forefront. So whatever truths come to surface, this is going to kind of shift energy here at home for a bit. But, Okay, I do really want to emphasize that. I definitely see that there is going to be some time needed to heal. Okay, and that's where we got the Hermit card here. Now, the Hermit card is really all about a sense of kind of just needing time for you. Okay, almost like seeking out maybe isolation. Again, just kind of getting your alone time, just needing time to kind of clear your head, clear your mind, whatever it may be, because this could be very heavy. This information that comes to light might be a lot to unload at once. So, hence why we've got the Hermit card here, just kind of coming at the very end. Okay. Now, one of the things that I feel like really kind of stands out with the Hermit card as well is not only is this kind of you taking this time to yourself, but this is also kind of just like reevaluating, I feel like this information that you're going to be presented with, okay? This could just be, might be a little bit of soul searching. This might be a time of just kind of really taking in the truth that has been presented to you or that you've come to the realization with. And again, just kind of really trying to decide what is going to be the best outcome for you in the long run, okay? Because like I said, there is going to be a little bit of a shakeup here. So this could cause for you to have to really reevaluate some things, okay? And that's going to be completely up to you. I'm not here to tell you what decision or which route to go in, or exactly how much of a shakeup this is going to be. This might be a little bit, this might be a lot, but there definitely is something that's coming up here that is going to affect the home life, that I can say almost for certain here, okay? Now let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards. We can hopefully get a little bit more clarification with this situation, okay? So for your animal spirit oracle cards, the first card that we have is the Lion, and we have the Eagle. Okay, so you guys have two very powerful animal spirit cards, okay? The Lion and the Eagle, I feel like, are just very strong, very strong animal spirits just on their own. When I think of the Lion, I think of a very strong, powerful cat, right? Like I think Lion King, you know what I mean? Like rulers of the Pride Lands. Like just this sense of, there's a sense of respect, sense of authority even, with the Lion card. So for you, with this information that could be presented to you, there could be a reason why you're wanting to seek a little bit of solitude to kind of rediscover you or do a little bit of soul searching, because you could be the head of the household. You could be somebody who whatever decision that you make is going to affect your family. It's going to have like that domino effect. So whatever you say kind of goes, if you will, if you kind of get where I'm going here. So that's the kind of the message I'm getting there with the Lion card. Now, same with the Eagle. The Eagle's a very strong creature, just in the sense, not only does it represent, for America, it's our freedom, if you will, like we emphasize the eagle here in the US as a very strong symbol, which does represent freedom for us. But with the Eagle card primarily, they're very much about that all power, like all powerful being is, they represent both fire and air, in the air spirit, or elements, excuse me. And so when you have both of these cards being presented to you, again, this is just really kind of, I feel like, emphasizing how much kind of power that you have in this situation, as far as with what you are going to be presented with, what you are then going to do with that after. Okay, so it's very much truth seeking. That's what the Eagle can also represent as well. Seeking out the truth, stepping into the unknown. So really, like I said, I can't tell you exactly how this is necessarily going to end, but I can tell you that this is really going to have a huge effect on you, to the sense where it is going to present you with a decision that you will ultimately have to make for yourself. And again, you will know what that will be. You'll just have to kind of trust your intuition, trust the information that you're being presented with, and that's what's going to kind of guide you on your path, okay? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at your other oracle cards here. So the first one that we have is the Balsamic Moon, a time for healing. Okay, so this month, yeah, I think there's definitely going to be some healing needed here. Hence why we're going to be dealing with a little bit of solitude. Okay. Like I said, this information is going to be very powerful. This information is going to be presented to you. So again, take what you will, but there's definitely going to be some healing needed here. The next one that we have is full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay. Next, we have full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. Okay. So again, one of the main things here is really going to be you just taking this time for you to decide what you need to cut out, what no longer serves you, okay? So this could be you as well. So if you're the one having to come clean about something, or if this person is coming to you revealing a secret or revealing a truth to you, this might be a time for some reevaluation as far, again, if you're going to stay in this situation, if you're going to move on from the situation, and how you're going to proceed further. So again, this is why you kind of step into that unknown situation, but in just kind of trusting your intuition, trusting your gut as to what's going to point you in the right direction, okay? All right, so moving forward, next card that we have Lost and Found, okay? This one, let's see if we can get this to focus. So, nope. Okay. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the Lost and Found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. That's powerful, okay? And I feel like in this case, this could be ourselves, you know, just like kind of finding you again, okay? Like if you feel like you were lost because of this situation might be be very heavy on you, and you might feel very lost, very stuck, which is why you might want to be alone for a little while, and that's okay. But in that solitude, I think that's really where you're going to do a little bit of self-discovery and decide, you know, what is going to be better for you in the long run, okay? All right, and the next card that we have is Believe in Magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says you are part of nature, so you are magical too. Oh, I love that. Okay, so again, just really believing in yourself, okay? This reminds you how powerful you are, okay? And like I said earlier, you have two of the strongest animal spirit oracle cards here. So the fact that not only are you powerful with your animal spirit guides, but the fact that this is telling you you are magical, you are powerful, this is what's going to help you get through this difficult time. This is what's going to help you get through this, you know, transformation, if you will. You know, this information that comes to light is going to be something that might have to cause you to take a step back and reevaluate your current situation and decide if you're going to stay or go, or how you're going to proceed. You know, maybe there's a third option. So again, it's really going to kind of depend on what you feel is best for you. Okay. So your next card, okay. We have Courage, and look at that. You have another lion. I can't make this up, you guys. Like, this is so crazy. Okay, so again, just reminding you to trust and have courage, okay? You are stronger than you know. Okay, like that is truth right there. And what did I... Okay, I literally just said that and I turned the card over. It's all truth. Okay. I just love when these just fall into place. But yeah, so truth. This is a huge month for you guys. You're going to be dealing with some truths, okay? Truths are coming to light. This is just going to be all about, again, you discovering the real you discovering the truth of the situation, and how, again, you are going to proceed further, okay? And last but not least, we have reconciliation. So there definitely is a big possibility here of reconciling, which is great. So if you are somebody who's like not ready to give up, you feel very strongly about the situation, you feel like you guys can work through this situation. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to mean with a romantic partner. It can definitely be somebody within the family, like a family relationship, or somebody who's like family to you. Okay. So again, even a friendship. But depending on the situation, there is a huge possibility for reconciliation. But again, I think this is going to take a bit of time for you guys to decide, is this worth reconciling over, or is this time for me to move on? Again, only you will be able to determine that. I unfortunately cannot give you that answer. Okay, but I trust that you guys are strong enough to decide that for yourselves. Okay, so group 3, that was your reading. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below if this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you guys. Definitely feel free to share if you're comfortable down below. Start a dialogue, start a conversation. I would love to see what everyone's takeaway was from this reading today, whether you chose group 3 or if you chose any of the other groups. You know, I would love to hear from you guys. So definitely let me know. Leave me a comment. Consider giving this video a like if you enjoyed it. Definitely share it with your friends if you enjoyed it as well. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful October so far. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.